storms to alert you first. This is KIMT Storm Team 3, weather coverage you can count on.
Welcome back, everyone, and happy Wednesday to you all. Many of us getting some grayer skies, some of us some rainfall, and others a little bit of sunshine still coming through. We got a mixed bag when it comes to the weather across the area. A live look over Rochester, and it's hard to tell, but we did just have a pretty strong little cell just pop up over Rochester and continue to move south. Looked like it was impacting the south side of the city a bit more, but if you were out and about, you definitely heard some rumbles of thunder. Meanwhile, in Mason City, maybe getting a little bit of rainfall here over the last couple minutes, but things are starting to clear out. You can see some wet roadways, some wet rooftops. Ultimately, we're finding some showers, a few storms, nothing severe, nothing to necessarily worry about, but it is important to note that if you are outside and you do hear those rumbles of thunder, to get back inside as quickly as you can, just until it all passes. Current conditions show a big difference between Rochester and Mason City. Mason City, of course, getting a little bit more of that rainfall here, 67 degrees. Meanwhile, in Rochester, we may have just gotten a few of those raindrops, not enough to necessarily cool us quite yet, still sitting at 74, and we're generally divided across the area where we've been seeing more of the sunshine. Winona, La Crosse in the 80s, even Preston currently sitting at 77, and we go a little further to the west along 35, and that's where we find some cooler conditions, albeit Northwood still sitting at 74, so sitting okay there. Temperatures will of course regulate. We are expected to go up a few more degrees, especially as this spot of rain continues to slowly weaken and move out. The next concern does come to what we're seeing here over Olmsted County. We'll touch on that in just a second. First, I do want to scroll in here over the last 3 hours. We have seen a lot of activity kind of weaken, maybe a bit of a rumble of thunder here near New Richland, but otherwise just some rainfall, some scattered showers going on. Now we'll move a little further to the east, where I mentioned that little blip on the map just kind of flaring up here over the last half an hour or so. Now we're starting to see some heavy rain, some rumbles of thunder, lightning moving just south of Marion and kind of through Marion Township as well, heading towards Chatfield, getting away from Rochester. This is what we'll be watching for as the day continues on. The pop-ups, pretty custom when it comes to our summertime. Moving a little further to the south, Mason City here, as we saw, just getting some of the rain. Now it's moving out. Charles City, you may be seeing some rain either moving on in from the west or moving on in from the south here, although most of this looks to be headed further eastward. So grab the umbrella, watch for some rainfall, and once again, if thunder roars, head back inside if you do plan on heading out the door. Otherwise, if it seems safe out there, go for a walk. It is pretty nice aside from the chances for rain, which we will see as we head through the rest of the afternoon. This is around 3 p.m., fast forwarding to around 7 p.m., kind of a lot of that finally making its way out. And as we officially start our Thursday, more sunshine is on the way. Same with Friday, even Saturday, but look at these temperatures. They are on the rise. If you plan to be out and about, maybe do some lawn work, everything's a-okay. However, I did put a yellow mower for Sunday, and the reason being is because that's when temperatures look to make it to the 90-degree mark. A bit hot there over the weekend, humid too, and a quick look at that 7-day forecast for the weekend is always in view. Shows that not a lot of rain chances, which really gives us that chance to get out there and do this work. Just be prepared, grab the hat, protect yourself from the sun, and stay hydrated.
Got to brave that humidity.
There you go, and it's hard. It is.
It is. Thank you, Sarah. Still